Oxford High School dedicated its new indoor athletics center on Sunday, honoring several of the people who have made an impact on Yellow Jacket sports.
Temperatures way below the average for this time of year for the second day in a row, but some warmer temperatures are on the way. We'll have the complete forecast coming up.
Coming up in sports, we're going to talk the White Plains Cross Country Fall Classic. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
A ribbon cutting was held this weekend for the new Oxford High School Champions Athletics Center. The project features 63,000 square feet of indoor practice space, along with a locker room and a weight room. Also included in the building are areas set aside for sports medicine, offices, and meeting spaces for all student athletics. An additional highlight of the facility is a rooftop terrace overlooking the football field. Oxford Mayor Alton Kraft says the new building will make a big difference for all of the high school's athletic programs.
Oh, well, this is just a fantastic opportunity for our kids to be able to come in here, be able to practice. I know they'll use it not only for football, but they'll use it for the band. They use it for other things, and it's just a great opportunity for our children.
The school system has honored several of Oxford High's Athletic Hall of Fame members by naming various parts of the building, including the Bill Burgess and Robert Herring Indoor Practice Facility, the Dr. James H. Lett Sports Medicine and Training Facility, and the Jack Grizzard Team Room. Greg Burgess, son of Coach Bill Burgess, says the entire facility is impressive.
I mean, this is high school football, and what it's become is amazing. Of course, Oxford, they're going to do it right. They don't halfway do nothing, and it was so impressive. It's just massive.
Mike Lett, nephew of Doc Lett, says the size and the resources in the new facility set it apart from most other high school programs in the state.
To have a facility like this for high school, much less colleges that would kill for this facility. So to see this finally come to fruition is just amazing. So happy for the school.
Billy Grizzard was not just a cousin of Coach Jack Grizzard. He was one of the players on the football team and also had the coach as a teacher. He says the facilities named for the coach are breathtaking.
It's phenomenal. I knew it was huge, but I never knew to what extent or how modernized and specific everything actually is. It's truly amazing. I don't think there's another one like it in this area. Probably not even one just up the road a little bit north of us. But it is amazing for a community this size to have something of this significance. And I'm proud of it.
The project has been under construction since September 2021 thanks to a local bond that was issued in 2020. In addition to student athletes and sports teams, the indoor field and meeting spaces will be accessible to band, robotics, and other academic organizations.
The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says it's investigating the death of an Anniston man who was hit by a car on Interstate 20 in Cleburne County Sunday afternoon. Troopers say 66-year-old Kenneth Cochran of Anniston died after being hit as he walked along the interstate around mile marker 207, that's near Heflin. The accident happened around 2:20 Sunday afternoon, according to state troopers.
Anniston police are investigating the disappearance of a homeless man. Investigators say 31-year-old Christopher Gable hasn't been seen or heard from since October 8th. He's described as 6 feet tall with brown eyes and brown hair. Anyone with information about Gable is asked to call 911 or the Anniston police at 256-238-1800.
When we come back, we'll tell you about how you can avoid a mess if you own or maintain a fishing pond.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Fishing is one of the most popular recreational activities in Alabama, and many of the state's landowners have ponds that they use primarily for fishing. The state's extension office provides advice and assistance to those landowners, and one of their agents was in Heflin last week for a showcase of various land management techniques that was held at the Ponderosa Farms. Extension agent Norm Haley says that he was there to demonstrate some of the latest techniques in pond management and to answer questions about the best way to maintain water quality.
So Alabama's blessed with a lot of ponds all throughout the state, and pond management, of course, goes into a lot of the questions that folks will call the Alabama Extension System towards. Ponds are managed for livestock, irrigation, aesthetics, and a lot of them, the majority are really managed for recreational fishing. So folks will call for questions towards maintaining their fish populations, better fishing quality, and also how to control the aquatic weeds so they can better fish the pond, the fish can grow better, and also to improve their aesthetics as well.
Haley says a pond should be maintained regularly, and that also means taking care of the land surrounding the pond to avoid damage to the water and to the fish. He was asked, what's the biggest mistake many pond owners make each year?
One thing that folks will miss the mark on a lot of times is thinking that the pond and the fish population is best suited for catch and release, and that's not the case. Our public waters are certainly great for catch and release. They're limited by reproduction. Ponds are not. Ponds have great reproduction. They're limited by forage. So what does that mean for the pond owner and the one trying to maintain good quality fishing? You got to harvest your excess production in that pond, primarily in a bass and brim pond, which is the majority of ponds in Alabama. Folks need to harvest those 14-inch and smaller largemouth bass on an annual basis at the rate of about 15 to 20 pounds of bass per acre per year in order to maintain fishing quality. If the pond is just catch and release, that predator population, that bass builds up, becomes very skinny, overpopulated, consumes the majority of the bluegill, and fishing quality and the population decline.
When we come back, Anniston residents are invited to meet with school officials tomorrow night to discuss reorganization of city school property.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
The Anniston City Board of Education has scheduled a public hearing for Tuesday evening at Anniston High School to discuss school reorganization. That meeting is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. The board held similar meetings in the past before deciding to close down schools such as 10th Street Elementary School and move students to other schools within the shrinking system.
So, who turned on the air conditioner today?
Right, we're both ready for fall in our cozy winter clothes today.
And I've actually shed a couple layers of sweaters and things like that because, you know, it's warm under the lights, but it was chilly
outside.
It was chilly this morning.
I wonder how long this will continue.
And how cold can it get? Well,
I know someone who knows. John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center. John, how long can we expect these cool temperatures?
Well, Mike and Katie, I think we've got some warmer weather on the way for the next several days across East Alabama. We'll detail the forecast and tell you when the next chance of rain might be next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
When we say temperatures today were way below the average for this time of year for the middle of October, we mean it. Only 61 for the high today. That is 15 degrees below the average. This morning, a cold 41. That is 11 degrees below the average. Our record high temperature today, 87. The record low, 34. The days continue to really shorten. 6:50 now. Your sunrise tomorrow morning with a sunset tonight. Look at that at 6:09. And we've got another cold night ahead. Weather on your street on a Monday night. Going to take you out to Lenox Avenue on McClellan. That typically is a great place to take an evening stroll. I don't know that tonight is going to be that kind of night. Clearing skies, that's the good part, but it is going to be cold tonight, the low dropping down to 40 degrees by early tomorrow morning. Coming up on your Tuesday, sunshine returns, Timber Circle, right off U.S. Highway 431 in Alexandria. 67 for the high tomorrow. A little bit warmer. The sunshine will make it feel warmer. Those winds will die down. So all in all, a better day coming up on your Tuesday in Alexandria. And for the rest of the work week coming up, we've got our next rain chance coming up on Friday. We should be dry until then. Temperatures will rise back into the 70s for the middle of the week, then dropping back into the 60s again by Friday. Stevens Avenue over in West Anniston and all of Calhoun and Cleveland County is going to see better weather for most of the week coming up. The 7-day forecast looking like this across East Alabama. As we said, dry weather in the forecast until Friday, maybe even overnight Thursday night. We might see a shower. That would be way after midnight. The day on Thursday will be dry. Plenty of sunshine. High temperatures getting back into the low 70s. That will feel nice. We're still going to have cold mornings, though. 40s all the way until Friday morning. Friday morning with a cloud cover in place. We'll have temperatures in the mid-50s. About 67 for the high on Friday, 50-50 chance of rain. There might even be a rumble of thunder, but again, moisture is very limited. This is not going to be a big rainfall event coming up on Friday. All of that clears out by Friday night, hopefully in time for high school football games. And then we've got another really nice weekend coming up. Temperatures will remain a little bit below average, upper 60s for the weekend. Nighttime lows back into the 40s, but it won't last long. We're back in the mid-70s in about a week with plenty of sunshine. We're looking for long-term soaking rainfalls, and this time of year, October is normally our driest month in Alabama. That's when we look to the tropics, and we do have a disturbance out here. That's way east of the Windward Islands. That is, as you can see, curving, and that's going to continue to curve, it looks like, all the way back out into the North Atlantic, and will not provide us with any kind of rainfall whatsoever here in East Alabama. So, for the most part, we remain on the dry side here in Calhoun and Cleveland counties and all across the rest of the South. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Right back here, I'll have your complete breakfast and morning forecast. Coming up next, though, we're going to talk some Calhoun County cross country. Namath Pitts next with sports. Namath.
Thanks, John. The White Plains Cross Country Fall Classic is in the books. In Lincoln, Pleasant Valley's boys, White Plains girls won the team titles in the Wildcat Fall Classic. It was a strong outing for local cross-country teams. Lincoln's boys and White Plains girls won the big school division of the White Plains Wildcat Fall Classic cross-country meet this past Saturday. Pleasant Valley's boys and West End Walnut Grove's girls won the small schools division. Individual winners were Mumford's Dakota Franks and White Plains Madden Kahn. They won that in the Class 4A through 7A. This was the final preparation before the Calhoun County Cross Country Race, which is this Thursday at Fort McClellan. We will have more on that Friday. But here are the final scores from the White Plains Wildcats Cross Country Fall Classic. In Class 1A through 3A for the boys, Pleasant Valley was first place, Donahoe third place, Piedmont 6th place, Faith Christian 8th, and Sachs 9th, and Ohatchee was at the bottom. In the girls division for Class 1A through 3A, it was Piedmont, local team coming in 4th, and Pleasant Valley 5th. It was West End Walnut Grove getting 1st. For the 4A through 7A boys, the Lincoln Golden Bears were first place, White Plains was 3rd, Alexandria 5th, and Jacksonville was last. For the girls, in Class 4A through 7A, it was White Plains 1st, Jacksonville got 3rd, Alexandria 4th, and that was the Calhoun Cleveland County teams in Class 4A through 7A. Let's talk volleyball. The Pleasant Valley Raiders won their second tournament championship in 6 days. At Pell City, the Raiders won the Blockout Cancer Tournament by sweeping St. Clair County, Faith Christian, and Shelby County in pool play. In gold bracket play, Pleasant Valley beat Lincoln in 2 sets and beat Ohatchee in 2 sets to reach the final, and then they beat the host Pell City in 2 sets. After going 11-0 over the past 7 days, including winning the Calhoun County Tournament, the Raiders improved their record to 31-12. The Oxford Yellow Jackets went 4-1 in the Supreme Court's Invitational, beating Columbia, Westminster, Danville, and Priceville. The Yellow Jackets lost to Central Florence in the gold bracket semifinals. Alexandria played in the Blaylock Invitational at Homewood, and on Friday and Saturday, the Valley Cubs won 2 and lost 2, beating Hewitt-Trussville and Alabama Christian, and then falling to Mountain Brook and McGill-Tulane. Ohatchee went 4-1 in the Blockout Cancer Tournament, beating Leeds, Cornerstone of Birmingham, Isabella, and Faith Christian before falling to Pleasant Valley. Our cross-country classic photo credibility goes to Gung Ho Photos. That's it for EA and local sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday on either Facebook or YouTube, and on our website, which is eastalabamanow.com. Just go to our video feed and watch us whenever it's convenient for you.
And we'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.